I'm going to talk about VA home loans on this video. Are you ready? Let's go! Hi, my name is Dean Ueda and I am a real estate investor and realtor in Honolulu, Hawaii. In case you were wondering, the way I come up with new content for my weekly videos is from everyday events. I take issues or questions that I, my friends, family, or my clients have about real estate, and if they seem like you folks, the viewers, may benefit from it, I'll record a video for the channel. Cool? So, just the other day, my client locked in on a VA loan rate of 2.50% and a credit back in points. That got me excited and we decided to create this video. Today we're talking about the pros and cons of VA home loans, or loans available from the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs. And speaking of loans, if you didn't catch my recent video on should I refinance my mortgage now, please check it out. The link is in the comments below. And while you're at it, do me a favor please and click on the subscribe and notification buttons down there too. And make sure to keep in touch with me and my new content that I come out with weekly. Okay, let's jump into the top 5 positives of VA loans. Number 1, no down payment. Probably the most noteworthy benefit of the VA loan is you don't have to put anything down to buy your home. And on top of that, there is no longer a limit on the size of the loan as there used to be. Keep in mind that although technically there is no limit to the amount you can borrow, you still need to qualify with sufficient income and credit requirements to qualify for the loan amount. Number 2, no private mortgage insurance. Typically, for conventional loans, if you purchase a home and put less than 20% down, you have to pay private mortgage insurance, or PMI. This insurance is necessary because your loan is viewed as a riskier investment to the investors who are going to buy your loan. Even with no down payment, there is no PMI requirement for VA loans. Number 3, looser credit requirements and DTI ratios. In general, VA loan requirements are loose when it comes to credit score minimums and debt to income ratios. Number 4, multi-use benefit. To be eligible for a VA home loan, you don't have to be a first-time homeowner, and you can use the benefit again and again. That's assuming you qualify and meet all the requirements again and again. Benefit number 5, foreclosure and bankruptcy. That may be okay. So borrowers who recently went through bankruptcy and or foreclosure can be eligible for a VA home loan sooner than they'd be eligible for a conventional or FHA loan. Okay, now to hear my top 3 negatives for VA home loans. Number 1, no investments or vacation homes. One of the biggest limits for VA loans is that they can only be used to purchase or refinance owner-occupied properties. Shucks, can you imagine how the cash flows would change with a 2.5% loan rate compared to your current rates on your investments? Number 2, not all homes are eligible. Not all properties qualify for VA loans. Vacant land and co-ops do not qualify, and if you're buying a condominium, you'll need to get approval for that complex if it hasn't been already, as noted on the VA approved list. Number 3, sellers may not pick you. Some sellers have a negative view of VA loans, and in a multiple offer situation, you may lose out to a buyer with a conventional loan. This stems from about 20 years ago when VA loans were a lot more restrictive. Recently, the VA buying process has gotten better and more streamlined. However, there are still factors that may make the seller avoid the VA buyer, the biggest being the appraisal. VA appraisers do have minimum property requirements, or MPRs, for the home to pass safety and livability guidelines. Also, the home value must appraise for the purchase price. I've heard some say that VA appraisals seem to be more conservative, so that as a risk for the seller. I don't know if there's any truth to this. However, I do see a need for more precision due to the fact that if this is a 100% loan, just a small decrease in market price could mean the owner has negative equity in the home. So those are my top pros and cons on VA home loans. I just mentioned some of the big ones, but there are definitely more. If you're a VA buyer or a seller considering an offer on a VA loan, make sure that your real estate agent understands the nuances of VA home loans so that you can properly strategize and negotiate to put you in the best place where you want to be. Well, I hope you got something out of this video and found it enjoyable. Please subscribe to the channel and click on the thumbs up if you did. I'd also love to hear from you in the comments below. So until next time, okay then.